lay him down. I was like, boy, breathe. What's wrong, breathe? And he was like, he. And he went to go on limp. Like, I'm like, son, come on. How I knew it was serious when I lifted him up like this, and I took my hand away to pull my pants up, and his head went back, and I had to catch him. That's when I ran and laid him in the tub and cut the water on him, went to run the water on him. It's like, Mark, come on, what's wrong? What's wrong?
On Christmas night 2018, little Kamarion was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. His fragile body bore burns, broken bones, and a collapsed lung, signs of a hidden nightmare.
I'm not sure exactly what all's going on yet. I'm not sure on the status of the child yet or anything. I know that the child's at the hospital.
I know before we left, one of the deputies had told the other officer that they got him stable. Okay. And that's when she had walked over and I had started talking to her. So I ain't hear the rest of what was going on.
She ddid tell me that when she was explaining to me some of the things that you had told her about where Mr. Scott, when I say Mr. Scott, the 1-year-old, I'm just going to refer to him as your child.
Yes, sir.
Kamari, and I'll screw that up.
We call him Mari.
Mari?
Yes, sir.
Mari?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where Mari was at, she explained to me that I guess the child, Mari, may have been with Kadarion's father.
Yeah, we
around Christmas time.
Let me see. Christmas was Tuesday, Friday. He came and got them because she had a Christmas party at her job and she wanted me to go with her. The only reason why my son went with him because you been around him. You know my baby know you. Plus he going with his brother. We ain't got nobody to watch him. You said you'll watch my son. I was like, okay, yeah, he can go with his brother. Boom. Saturday come, we call. No answer. He calls back Sunday. We tell him, bring Kamarion back home. Oh, I gotta find a ride. Plus they bathed, they took a bath, I fed them. Okay. I tell her, I said, man, tell him.
Inside the interrogation room, the father sat surrounded by suspicion. Yet amid his tangled words, another name surfaced, Devontae. This man seemed to be the missing piece of the tragedy.
If he don't bring my baby back Monday morning, we gonna have a problem. He can keep his son, bring my son home, because he really not supposed to have him this long. Her mama was like, you know what y'all need to do? Call police, because he kidnapped. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do him like that.
Sure.
We can handle this like grown man. Boom, Christmas Eve come. She called, no answer. Call his mama phone, no answer. I ain't get upset then. I said, whenever you call her, just tell her to have my baby back Christmas morning. I want my son on Christmas morning just like he want his baby.
Sure.
Christmas morning come, I call at 8 o'clock. He answered the phone. I said, brother, why my son ain't at home? I gotta find a ride. I said, all right, you said that yesterday. If my son ain't here by 12 o'clock, we gonna have a problem. All right, brother, all right. I hung up. Oh, he cut. I just walked to the door, looked outside, closed the door. So when I walked back in, I heard the tap. Boom, boom, boom. It was him with the kids. He was holding my son in the arm, but I wasn't paying no attention to his face in there yet. He handed me their gifts. I put them on the floor. So then when I look up, I hear my friend say, Reed, what happened to his head? So I lean over, I look, I see my baby got a scar back, had a scab on his head like this big. A circular motion scab.
That big?
Literally that big, like it covered the middle hole of his forehead. So when I look, Bree asked him, what happened to my baby head? He just standing there looking crazy. And like before I know it, I just hit him. I punched him, boom. He fall on the floor. I said, brother, what you did to my baby? He looks up at me from the floor like he ain't say nothing. Before I know it, I just lost it. I ain't gonna lie, I beat him up pretty bad. What made me even more mad because when it kind of like calmed down and he got out the house, they split us apart. She walks up to me and say, baby, what's wrong with our baby next? She turned the room light on. I leaned his head back, he started crying a little bit. So I'm like, what's wrong? Man, my baby got scratches all on his neck, like all on his neck. Then he had like a little, like a fresh one, looked like a burn or something, like somebody was doing like this on his neck with their finger and it kind of like irritated his skin. So when I see that, I just lost it. I walked out the door. I walked up to him. I said, brother, what you did to my baby? I ain't do none of your effort, baby. I lost.
Popping again?
I popping again. We go to fight. Boom, boom, boom. So now, a couple of dudes in the neighborhood that be around here, they like, we consider ourselves as brothers. We don't argue, we don't fight amongst each other. It's like, we hang every day. So when they hear what we fighting for, one of my homeboys like, brother, hold on, you did something to my nephew. He hit him. Boom, what you did to my nephew? Like, tell this man what you did to his child.
After returning home, Kamarian changed dramatically. No more laughter, only vacant eyes and a weakening body. New scars appeared day after day, silent cries for help no one truly heard.
He still don't say nothing. He just like, I snapped, but I ain't fight him no more. I was like, you know what? I told my girl, man, tell him, mom, she need to get him out of here. So days on end, as he back home, he ain't acting the same. He not playing the same. He don't eat the same. He had a real bad cold. So when she went to put him in the tub that night, I heard her holler, babe, come here. I walked back there. She said, what this is? So I stand him up out the tub. I look at his stomach. He got a big old scratch right here across his belly button. Then there's another little black scar right there along his stomach. So now I turn him around. I'm observing his back and stuff. I'm like, okay, he ain't got no marks on his back. So when I turn back around and look at his forehead, I notice he got another little mark, like a bruise on the opposite side of the scar. He got a bruise on his forehead. So I'm like, man, this man did something to my baby, I'm gonna kill him. She's like, babe, don't think like that. I said, man, you gotta think about it. I got 11 kids. I ain't never abused now one of my kids. And then for my baby to come at home with marks and bruises on him that he did not have, and everybody that seen my baby before he left home could verify this. Like, and then today, like I say this every day since Christmas morning, since he dropped my baby, I've been saying, I said, man, Bree, something ain't right with my baby. My baby normally walk around, he follow her through the house, he play with his brother, sometimes he'll laugh and giggle for the TV. Lately, he just do this. Ma, you want something to eat? He'll go back and looking at the TV. When we pick him up, he kind of whine a little bit. So I'm like, okay, you all right? I go to rub, I'll sit him in my lap, I'll rub, I'll be like, you all right? He don't make no faces or nothing, like, if he's sore or not. So I'm like, okay, I probably just picked you up too fast. Then he go to acting scary, like, when I go to pick him up, I'll be like, hold on. So day before yesterday, I brought that to her attention. I said, babe, watch this. I said, Mark, come here. He was walking slow when I went to reach for him. He did like this. She was like, man, they did something to my baby while he was old. I said, you see, he's not the same Mark. My baby bowel movements been all crazy, like he don't eat right. Like he'll pick over his food and then he'll just sit on the floor, like he'll stretch his legs out and just sit on the floor and look at it. He'll look at us, he'll look back at his food. Now I'll be like, Mark, get up, go on in there, watch TV. He'll go in there, watch TV. But if you give him some juice or something, he drink fine. Like we keep him fluids in his body, but he just don't eat right. So I told her, okay, if he got the scratches on his neck might be sore. Either another child was handling him the wrong way, wrestling him the wrong way, or an adult grabbed our baby the wrong way. So sometimes I rub his neck like this just to see if he'll be like, well, he don't jump in there, so okay, it can't be your neck. All right, your throat might just be sore because he do got a real bad cold. Well, it ain't bad anymore because we've been doctoring him. But when he first came back, my baby nose was running. He had an ear infection. It was like, all this was not done. Like, how could this happen? All this happened from Friday to Tuesday morning.
Sure.
And everybody, like all her homegirls, even, it makes me mad every day when somebody bring it back up. Like, I don't like that. He don't need to go back over there. He ain't have all this on him. I'll go get me a cigarette and just stay out of the house because it hits my head the first day when I seen it. And like, that scar.
The parents began to suspect something, but family disputes clouded the truth. While they argued and blamed each other, the child endured fresh wounds, unseen and unheard.
Like he got a scab, like a scar in the middle of his forehead where it healed up now, but you could tell, like it was literally like that.
I want to should have made this clear a little bit ago. I don't think you did anything to this child today. Okay, so I just want to let you know that. That's the reason your door's open. We gave you the option of the door, but you're not handcuffed or anything like that. Okay. What is this guy's name who had this child?
His name Bunt. I don't know his real name.
Bunt?
Yeah, they call him Bunt.
How do you spell that?
I think it's just Bont. They call him Bunt. I don't know.
Bunche or
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's like. I think his name got a K in it because she named her little boy Kadarian with the K for his name, so I don't know is it Cavante. All I know is they just call him Bunt, but his last name Lincoln.
But the dad's last name is Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where does he stay?
I have no idea. I know last time we heard when he was arguing with her, he said he was at his dad's house, but when he came to drop my son off, he was with his mom. So I don't know if he's staying back and forth, he's staying with the mama. I don't know.
Do you know where Marion was at whenever he was with him during the Christmas?
Devante's name lingered like a ghost. A man with a criminal past, newly out of prison. Accounts from the mother revealed his violent hand on the boy, a truth buried for far too long.
We don't know. He told us he was at his mama's house. But when he dropped him off, come to find out, he wasn't at his mama's house. Because she told him her work schedule. Instead of him being a grown man and just saying, okay, I talked to my mama. My mama saying she got to go to work. She ain't going to be able to bring them home till Monday. Instead of him saying that, he cussing my baby mama, oh, fuck that, I'll bring them back when I get a ride. I told you, I'll bring them back when I get ready. Matter of fact, it'll be you come get them. I still ain't get into it. He don't even know I'm standing right there. He on speakerphone. The only reason why you don't want to be with me because I ain't got no money. Brother, this ain't got nothing to do with me telling you bring my son home for Christmas.
Yeah.
I let everything go. She said, my chain ain't going back on there. He can't even get KD no more. Kadarian, that's his son. Kamar, my son. I told him, right before this incident even happened, I told him, I said, brother, if I ever find out you did something to my son, brother, we gonna have a serious problem. Cause she even said she think he be like hitting my son the wrong way or something because she said my son act totally different with me being there than how he act with him being there. So I'm like, okay, what you mean? She was like, man, you see how he walk around? You see how he play? You see how he'll say mom when he wants something? She said he didn't do none of that while he was there. My baby used to act scared, and he did whoop my baby for nothing. She said my baby, Mario.
Oh, your baby, sorry.
Yeah. She said whoop my baby for no reason. She said my baby will just be whining and he'll pop my baby or whoop my baby or full whooping for nothing. She told me this. That's why I always had the thought in my head like if you ever did something to my son, I'm gonna hurt you.
Sure.
And he never acted scared with me until Christmas morning when he brought him back home. When I say Maureen reach for him, he go like this. He tenses up. He froze up like, what's wrong? Sometimes I get him out and try to whoop and be like, son, what's wrong? You ain't gotta be scared of me, bro. You know, I don't even whoop you. What you crying for? He'll kind of settle down. And then I tell her again, I be like, man, babe, I'm telling you now, if I this man this, anything wrong with my baby. And now it hurt me even more because what if the whole time I had my baby back for Christmas and we've been doctoring him off a cold, some could have been bruised, some could have been wrong with him, and it's getting worse. And then today when he went to play with his brother, his body couldn't take it no more.
What, do you know Vont's telephone number or anything?
No, you had to ask her.
Okay, you know how old he is?
I think let me see, I'm 29, I think about 25, 26. He young though.
The father insisted he never harmed his children. With many kids to care for, he avoided discipline that left marks. Yet the shadow of Devant grew heavier. Was he the source of this nightmare?
Yeah, he between 25 26.
Has he ever been arrested before, you know?
Yes, sir. He just ain't too long got out of prison, I think, year before last.
For what?
I don't know. And then the thing with him, I know him because before I found out that they had a child together, which is when around the time she got pregnant with my son. Before, I didn't know that she had a kid with her, but before that time, I was arrested for a little misdemeanor, simple battery and a resistance. And this was before the new jail had blew up. I had met him in there. Like, I took him in up under me as a little brother. I was feeding him. I give him phone calls, everything. But so happened when I got out, he got sent to prison. And that's when I met Brianna. And then when like round by her fourth, third month, I guess he got out of jail. And she was like, man, my other son dad out of jail. And I was like, who is? What, you think you gonna have a problem with son? Then she showed me a picture. I'm like, hey, father, I was just locked up with him before you went to prison. So she like, oh, you know him? I'm like, yeah. So she like, she feeling comfortable. Like, okay, well then it shouldn't be a problem with y'all. Whole time, this man, he just do little nitpicking stuff. But out of respect to her and my child, I don't feed into it. Mm-hmm. But Christmas morning, when I looked at my son's head, that did it. Like, you did something to my child.
Probably set me off too if my kid came home.
Like, I don't care what you say to me. Okay, what you do to me. But my baby, so a 1-year-old that can't fend for himself, like, yeah, like, I got 11 kids. And Maury is my 9th child. I had 3 more after him.
Wow.
So it's like, I don't whoop none of my kids. The farthest I go with whooping them, I grab their hand and pop them on their hand. Sure. But as far as slapping them across the back, hitting them in the, like slapping them on the head, whooping them with something, I don't do that.
You don't spank them on their butt with your hand?
Like, sometimes I might, but I'm scared. I'm really nervous.
I spank my kids. It's not illegal to spank your kids. You can spank your kids.
It's just my hand's so big and I'm so
heavy. Yeah, see, my hand ain't as big as yours.
I be nervous, like. Sure. So the most I do is just fight on the hand.
If you did spank him, I didn't want you to be scared to tell me that because you're scared to get in trouble. It's not illegal to spank your kids.
Now, Kadarian, I'll pop him on the behind because he bit him. I'll pop him on the behind, but Maury, he little. I ain't gonna lie.
I wouldn't go around spanking a 1-year-old.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about popping them.
You do pop their hands and they're trying to like put them in the light socket, tell them no, or just whatever. Yeah. I agree with that. There's nothing illegal about that. You know, you go around popping them in the face or in their back or punching them in their stomach, then that's a problem.
As Kamarian lay in the hospital, breaths faint and body failing, the story outside spiraled into suspicion, violence, and buried truths. The tragedy was only beginning to unfold.
Okay, I had to get on to her about that because she told me one day that my baby did something and she said he just slapped my baby in the back of the head. And I'm like, okay, why you ain't been telling me about this? So if you been with this man this whole time and he been doing stuff to my baby, why you ain't been saying that about that? You let him argue with me about why I don't come get him and why I don't come see him. A reason why I don't come get him, I see him because when I come get him, I don't be talking to her. She's seeing you out there to talk to me. This is my son. I ain't got to talk to you about my own child. Okay, to eliminate that problem, from me and you getting into it and fighting, I'm going to distance myself for a little bit. And plus, I can't just dwell on going through it with y'all when I got 18 other kids out here. Like, you not the only child he not my only child I got to come pick up on the weekend or do stuff for. Yeah, he's still a baby, but still, I got other kids. So once we got that out of the way, I started back coming around, I started back getting them. And it's like, I started noticing, like, okay. I said, this man putting his hands on you, ain't first she wasn't tell me, no. All right. This when she was pregnant with Kamari. I said, all right now, if I find out the man putting his hands on you while you pregnant with my baby, we'll have a problem. Sure enough. A week later, I bumped into her at the store, her eye black. So I ain't asked her. I asked her sister. I said, man, what happened to your sister eye? You already know her and Vaughn fighting. Oh, so he jumped on while she was pregnant. She begged me, baby, leave it alone. Don't say nothing. Leave it alone. All right, I ain't gonna say nothing. You with him. I'm gonna leave that alone. But if you have my baby and something wrong with my child, or he had birth defects, just know, I remember that time he jumped on you when you were pregnant.
What time did the baby wake up today?
Let's see. She left for work by 8. She left a little late this morning.
On Christmas morning, Kamarian woke up late, nibbling on cake before leaving it untouched. His empty gaze and unsteady steps hinted at a hidden pain no one had yet seen.
Mari woke up by 9:30, 10, somewhere close to 10 when he woke up. And he didn't eat then. I microwaved him some waffles, put the syrup on it. He didn't eat then. I gave him his juice. He bit off one waffle, drank his juice, and then he just pushed his plate to the side and got up and walked over there by the TV. So I'm like, okay, he ain't eating. And I say around by 12, that's when I put them in the room because I went to sweeping and straightening up, cleaning up their toys and stuff. I say by 1:30, I dozed off on the couch. I sat down, I dozed off on the couch. I got up by 2:15. I wasn't sleep that long. I got up, I went to use the bathroom. When I walked past the room, he was sitting up on his bed laughing. KD was jumping, like running around, like making faces messing with him. Go in the bathroom, use the bathroom, come out the bathroom, go, I walk back by them again. I go in the kitchen, go to messing with the dishes. I hear something say, ah, ah. So I'm like, what the fuck? So when I walked back there, KD was like on the edge of his bed like this. He looking at Mara on the floor like this. So I like, KD, what's up? What you did to him? He just looked. So when I picked Mara up, he was crying. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he went to kind of like, he went to breathe hard. So I'm like, I'm rubbing his stomach. I'm like, what's wrong, Mark? What's wrong? So I lay him on the bed. I changed his pamper. I'm like, you alright? He was still breathing, but he was breathing hard. And then when he went to like going like this, I picked him up. His head dropped back. I just ran in the bathroom. So I kind of, I ain't stopped the tub. I just ran the water and I laid him on the drop back end of the tub and I went to run the water over. He jumped up like, but he was still was like. That's when I went up. I ran outside and I seen my other kid's mama brother. I was like, man, buddy, oh man, help me, man. Something wrong with my baby. So when I ran downstairs, he looked at him. He grabbed him. And he was like, man, get him back. I'm finna run and call the ambulance because I don't have a phone. So when I sat down, I turned, instead of holding him like this, I turned him the long way and put him on my legs. Like, it's scary because my baby just, like, he just did like this. And, like, his mouth just open wide. And I just, like, I was like, Mark, come on. Like, come on, what's wrong? Come on. I went to pushing on the chest. I breathed in him again. And, like, he coughed a little bit. And that's when I just jumped up and ran to the next building. And I was like, y'all help me, my son, help me. My baby. And he stopped breathing. He stopped breathing on me. Oh, man.
As his father dozed off, a scream rang out. The boy collapsed on the floor, gasping for air. The father rushed over, cradling him, panic rising as the child's body grew weaker.
What's up with happened to me instead of my baby? I should have just followed my first, but I just went on and took him to the hospital. I should have just took him to the hospital.
What are you thinking about doing that?
When I see the bruise on his forehead. But she told me it couldn't be too bad because he was still like, he was up, but he got a real bad cold, so it's like, we doctored him on the cold, but now, like, I just pray to God, like, this whole time I had my baby at home, doctoring him and something was wrong with him and his body just couldn't take it no more. Like, this didn't happen to me before. Like, when I used to play football, I broke a rib and didn't even know it. And I noticed myself, like, every day I went to get weaker. And then I started throwing up blood, and when I went to the hospital, a whole week my rib been broke, and I didn't even know it, and I was bleeding on the inside. So I'm hoping like this whole time my baby, like it got me even hurt even worse because this whole time my baby been suffering and I didn't know. I didn't know.
What bed is his?
His bed is the one on the wall, and Kadaria's bed is the one by the window.
And KD's bed is by the window?
Yeah, like when you come in that room, KD's bed by the window, and then Mark's bed right here. And then we got the TV at the foot of his bed at an angle where both of them can see it. And then another thing too, I forgot to say, this morning when he woke up, when I got him out the bed, he was walking funny. And you know, like when you first wake a baby up, you know, they kind of like, so that's what I'm thinking it is, like, okay, you just woke up. But he was really like, he'll grab the wall, then he'll come and stare, and I'm like, okay, you all right? I was like, Mark, wake up. He stood there for a little bit, and then he kind of like started, and then he kind of went to straightening up, so I'm like, okay, he woke all the way.
In desperation, he placed his son in the tub, hoping to restart his breath. CPR, prayers, frantic cries echoed through the home as he clung to the faintest shred of hope.
But then, like I said, he put his food away when he got up. When I told him to go sit by the TV, when he got up, he walked regular. Like, he got up and did his normal little walk, and he just sat on the floor. So I'm like, okay, he probably was sleeping. And then it's like, I don't know, like, why they was playing. It was like, he fell the wrong way up. He hit some, KD landed on him. But it's like, something happened because my baby hole, like when I was looking at him as I was breathing in, his chest, like on this side, was like flat. So, like every time I hold him up, it doesn't, like how I would bend out and it'll come out, this side don't come out. Like it's like,
that was today.
Yeah, it just like, it just flattens out. Then when I lay on back flat like this, it like sinks in. So the whole time, that's the main side of rubbing, like, KD, I'm like, Mark, you all right? Mark, come on, man, come on, you all right? And he'll look up at me like, but he just still like, and he had a cold in his throat. So I'm like, okay. But the first time when I blew in his nose, blew in his mouth, like all the cold and stuff came out his nose. That was on the step. That's when he was like, and I ran to the next building. And then when they went to work, like when he stopped breathing, they went to working on him. The maintenance dude got him breathing again a little bit. He did the same thing with me when they blowed in. He coughed a little bit. And he was like, and that's when the ambulance dude picked him up and just ran him to the ambulance.
Said you heard a yell come from the room.
Yeah, he was like,
which one was it that yelled?
It was Mars. I know why I know how he cried. He got a real light, high pitched cry. Okay. And that's how he cried. He was like, I'm like, the fuck? Who the dispatcher in the shower walking in there? That's when I seen him on the floor line. Yeah, he was crying, but it was more like a yelling cry. Okay. And when I came in there, he was on the floor like by the bed like this. When I picked him up.
Which bed?
He was,
by the window bed or the wall bed?
Well, he was like in between them.
So in the corner?
Yeah, like because his bed right here, then it's about a space probably about like that wide.
Not a big space.
Yeah, he was like kind of laying like right by the space and in front of his bed. So like, matter of fact, let me see.
I got it. I left my pen with this.
Like, okay, say this Chuck, his bed.
When the ambulance arrived, the small body was fading fast. Only one side of his chest moved. Paramedics worked urgently as the dark truth behind his wounds began to surface.
And then the table, KD bed, and they about like that far apart. Right. When I went back there, he was laying like this. He was laying like this. But he had this arm over his chest. And when I picked him up, he did like this. But like he tried to grab. That's what made me lay him back like this. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like,
that's when you see the left side of his chest.
And then when I moved my hand and rubbed this side, I noticed like, hold on, what's going on? He was like, I'm like, come on, Mark, no, brother, breathe. That's when I I sat on the floor and I took the leg off so it'd be more comfortable when I lay him down. I was like, Mark, breathe. What's wrong, breathe? And he was like, he. And he went to go on limp. Like, I'm like, son, come on. How I knew it was serious when I lifted him up like this, and I took my hand away to pull my pants up, and his head went back, and I had to catch him. That's when I ran and laid him in the tub and cut the water on and went to run the water on him. It's like, Mark, come on, what's wrong? What's wrong? That's when he stopped handing and making noise, and he was just, I took off out the door. Well, I took the wet pump off him because it was kind of cool outside. So I laid him on the bed real fast, took the wet pump off him. I put a dry pump on him. I wrapped him in the towel and kind of dried him off a little bit. And I just slung the towel and ran out the door with him, holding him like as tight as I can. Got down the stairs. I was like, bro, I told my other kids, mama, brother, I was like, man, help me, man. Something wrong with my baby. Help me. And that's when he grabbed him from me. He was like, nephew. He was like, man, hold on. I'm finna run the car Emily because you can't run. You can't move fast. And that's when I noticed when I laid him back down, he just.
So I have to let you know something. Okay. Marion didn't make it today.
No!
Look.
No, please don't tell me that.
I was up there with your wife, or with your mom, at the hospital, and the doctors did everything they could, you know.
At the hospital, doctors delivered the unthinkable. Camarion was gone. The father collapsed in despair, blaming himself for not seeking help sooner. A shadow of guilt descended on him.
I'll tell you how sorry I am.
What was wrong? What happened?
We all got that before another day or so. There'll be a process that's going to happen where we'll be able to figure out what really happened to him, okay? That they showed us the injuries, you know, that you had talked about and everything like that. So what we're going to figure out, this is our only goal right now, is to give him and y'all some justice, okay?
My baby.
I know.
Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby, man. No. I got 11 kids. I never, ever want nothing to happen to none of my kids.
Yeah.
I get pissed off when they just have a little regular scraping problem for my baby to have some done.
And I know you talked to Detective Willhite earlier as well. And I'm sorry I couldn't come up there, but I was at the hospital.
They told me.
And I wanted to come here and meet you and everything like that. And I just got back here. With the apartment at the village, do you mind if we go in and just take some photos? Just it'll help us on the documentation side, you know, for down the road. Do you have any issue with that?
No, sir.
Okay, I appreciate it. And if you change your mind, all you gotta do is let me know. We're going to be here with you through this whole process, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there anything else you can think of that you didn't maybe tell Detective Willhite?
Like, I don't know. Like,
I know.
Now, like, what's wrong, man? Because, like, we used to pick him up and he used to whine and stuff, like, but
yeah,
he never act like he was hurt.
Just right.
He was just like,
yeah.
And I used to rub his neck and make sure he wasn't sore that he wasn't scratches and stuff was.
Right.
And I saw him jump, like.
I saw the scratches and stuff on him too and everything that y'all been talking about. I saw all those as well on there.
Because at first, first she asked me, she was like, babe, what is wrong with why he got all these scratches on his dick? And I was like, what scratches? And when I lick his dick, I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
The fuck is this?
Right.
And still, like, I should have took my baby dead. I should have took him to the hospital and got him checked out.
Y'all, like Detective Wall told me about putting the compresses on and stuff. Y'all were trying to help him out. So you didn't know. You can't. Look, you can't.
Investigators reassured the father he had tried to help his son. CPR, compressions, desperate attempts. But they reminded him, no one could have known what damage was happening inside the boy's body.
Like Detective Gabriel said, like Richard said, we can't change what's happening. It isn't like you just didn't do anything. You did do stuff. So don't think that you didn't do anything. You did. You can never know how much to do.
It wasn't enough.
But you didn't. We can't change that. You didn't know that. You did what anyone. In the same shoe, I probably would have done the exact same. But compress on them, and all that kind of stuff. I've got a kid, so my kid's been banged up, and I don't. Every time my kid gets banged up, take him to the hospital. I'll put some ice on it. That'll make the thing. We don't know what's going on the inside, so that's where you can't. I mean, looking back on it now, of course, I
was suffering, and I didn't even know.
But you did. It's different though. You didn't try. You didn't just not help. You did try and help. I know.
And then
what happened after the bath? So the color, the stuff's coming out of the ear. So what do you do with that? How do you?
I was suctioning it out his ear.
Right. You talking about like one of the baby suctions?
Yeah, like suctioning it out his ear.
Okay.
Cause his nose, when I tried to suction out his nose, no snot was not coming out.
It was just that.
Just the ear.
Okay. How was he liking the stuff being sucked out, or whatever? Did he have any reactions to it?
No, at first when the 25th when it happened, he just giggling and laughing like it was tickling him.
Talk about that little suction thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then the next day when I tried to do it again, it was hurting him. It hurted him.
Okay. But the 25th when you first did it, he was kind of
didn't pay no mind to it.
Okay. So then what happens after you get all the stuff out on the 25th?
And then the next morning it does it again, drain out again.
Okay. Did he so on the 25th, y'all have dinner. He doesn't really eat that much. Plays a little. Then you do the bath.
Yeah.
Then you get him out of the bath. The stuff starts coming out.
You know how when the steam hits your face, I guess by the steam hit it started making it drain or whatnot.
And so then you clean that out, and then what do you do after that? After you clean him up?
He laid down.
Where at?
We were laying down in the front room watching TV.
Okay.
Or whatever, and we fell asleep on the couch.
How was he laying when he was lying down?
Attention then turned to Brianna. In her interview, she recalled the days before her son's death. She described draining fluid from his ear, his sudden exhaustion, and a shift in his sleeping positions, signs she thought were just an infection.
Do you remember?
I know he mostly didn't like to lay on his side. He always lay flat on his stomach since then. Normally he he always lay on his right side. He always he don't never lay on his back or his stomach. He's always lay on that right side.
That was before he left, and then when he comes back,
he didn't want to lay on his right side or his left side.
Okay.
So it was out of the ordinary. He didn't want to sleep on his stomach.
Okay.
He did or didn't?
He out of the ordinary. He wanted to lay on his stomach than his right
He wanted to
side.
start sleeping on his stomach. Okay.
Then he started drinking more out of the ordinary, drinking.
Was he that on the 25th, or did that come a little bit later?
No, it came the next day. So
Okay, so I mean, assuming he falls asleep on the 25th. Okay. So do you know what time he wakes up on the 26th?
he woke up 6 that morning.
Okay.
Because he was crying. He was crying, and I got him up, and I put him in the bed with me, I fixed him something to drink.
Okay.
And he was still thirsty, so I got some more to drink.
Okay.
Then when his dad got up before I went to work, he gave him some more to drink. He was constantly drinking more than he eat.
How was his, other than of course being thirsty, how was his mood? How was he acting?
He was like, he really didn't want to do anything. He was like miserable.
Right.
And I thought it was just he had an ear infection, so I got the ear infection medicine for him.
Okay.
The drops and stuff that go in your ear.
Did you go out and buy some, or
I would buy some.
Where'd you buy it at?
CVS.
Just the one up the road at 9th and Fairfield. What day did you get that? Do you remember?
I think it was the next day after the 26th. After 26th, I seen both of them starting to do that, and I started suctioning it out at 25th.
Do you know about what time that was? You went up and bought it? Do you remember? Give or take?
I don't remember. I know when I put it in his ear, it stopped draining.
So the 26th, though, you had him in bed, and then Kadarius gets up, and you're getting ready to get ready for work, right? So
I go up at running time every morning.
Okay.
Cause I go sleep early, wake up early.
Right.
I go sleep at 6 o'clock, get up early. I don't know why. I've been doing this since I was little.
Right. I got you. So then you leave for work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you ever call Kadarius or y'all? Okay.
I check on him. But like.
Did you do it that day on the 26th? Do you remember?
At 10.
Okay.
He said they watch the TV. They watch the Paw Patrol.
On Christmas night, she noticed he ate little, drank excessively, and seemed miserable. By the 26th, he was listless, refusing to play, crying in the bath, and struggling to breathe. Still, she treated him at home, thinking it was minor.
Then I called back at 12 o'clock. He said he just got up. They finna eat lunch. He said, Mara not acting like Maury. I said, what you mean? It's like, he said he feel like there's something wrong with him. I said, did you check his ear, make sure his ear's not hurting him?
Right.
He said, yeah. At the time I touched this ear, if like when he touched the bottom of it, it hurts him.
Right.
I said, well, try some of the drops. Maybe it'll ease it up. So he did. And I called back before I got off. He said Mara was laying down, watching TV.
Right.
So I got home. How he was looking like he was so miserable. I said, what's wrong, Mara? I said, come on. He'll get up there while I'm and hug me like Mom is something wrong.
Because I know Kadarius had some phone issues. How did you get in contact with him?
Rena.
Okay, Serena. Okay. You would call her and she would just. Okay.
Because he broke his phone 2 days before Christmas, I think.
All right, so then you get home, and what happens on the 26th? You can remember the day after Christmas.
He lay down. He would lay down a lot.
Right.
Than normal.
Okay.
And I try to play with him. When I try to play with him, he like his side, like he hurting. Cause Mara, he loves to play. I always play with him. Like before all this happened, I would run around the house and hide from him.
Right.
He'd come around. I said, "Oh, he'll go." I said, "I got you."
And none of that happen on the 26th or anything like that.
He didn't want to play.
Let me ask you this: for his presents on the 25th, did he get a lot of presents and all that kind of stuff?
I had 5 gifts, and then got what he can get now.
No, totally. How was he in reacting with those toys that he got? I meant to ask you that on Christmas Day, but you know what I'm talking about? Most kids, like my kid, went crazy on Christmas and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he didn't. I had to open it myself for him.
Right.
Because he was really excited. Like I said, he was miserable. But he sat there and played with toys or whatever with his brother, but not like how Mara would have played with them.
Okay. So on the 27th, he said he started sleeping a lot. On that 26th, do you remember what you made for dinner and stuff like
that? We had leftovers.
Okay, so you had the Christmas leftovers. How was he then with?
Over the following days, his condition worsened. He slept more, cried often, and resisted his usual activities. Brianna admitted she delayed taking him to a doctor due to her schedule, brushing off the severity of his pain.
Because I know he sounds like he barely ate on Christmas.
Yeah.
So how was he on Christmas, the day after, with the leftovers and all that?
He drank more than he ate.
Okay. What was he drinking? Do you remember what y'all gave him?
Juice. No,
Just juice.
Juice, and then I mostly get him water because, they say like the juice eat up your blood, juice eat their teeth.
Right. So then what do y'all do after dinner that night?
I bathed him.
Okay.
And he still was, I did a sit down back with him. He still was crying like he didn't want to get in the tub. So I had to get out of the tub and grab him. And he was still hollering. He was like scratching like, Mom, I don't want to get in this tub. Like the heat was bothering him. And
when you say grab, how'd you pick him up?
Like normal, like I did like this, like softly.
Right.
Pick them up.
Okay.
Like I don't just like normally just.
Yeah, I just didn't know how, if you how about his arms or underneath or
like under his arm.
Okay, under his armpits. Okay.
I grabbed him and then I put him between my chest and got in the tub with him.
Right, and he started.
Yeah. Then I just rubbed his back.
Okay.
Kept rubbing his back till he stopped. Then he stopped crying afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Come on, Mark, let me bathe you." So I bathed him, like comfort him, like
right,
so he could stop crying. And my baby, he don't normally cry. He loves getting in the tub.
Okay.
He don't normally
cry. So he
cry.
loves playing on there.
Yeah, I just made him a bubble bath. Him and his brother. He would eat the bubbles. I think Mark can eat the bubbles.
Right. So what happened after bath time? What'd y'all do?
I laid him down in his bed, turned on cartoons.
Do you remember how he was laying?
On his stomach.
Okay, so he's still on the stomach type deal. Okay. You turn on the cartoons and then
he'll turn his head where he can see the TV. And he'll look. Not before I went to sleep. I check on him in and out,
right,
until he falls asleep. Then when he falls asleep, I make sure he's breathing.
Right. Okay.
Because normally you can't really see in the dark if they breathe or not. So I had to shine a light on him, make sure he's breathing fine. But the day after, he was doing like kind of heavy breathing. I asked Cortez why he breathing so hard. I said, he said, I don't know. And then I said, I probably had to set an appointment to see one of the doctors. Take it like a checkup or something, shit like that, make sure nothing wrong. But how my schedule is, like, I ain't like, how my schedule, I really don't have weekends off. And around that time, everybody towards the weekend.
Despite his decline, she continued with daily routines, leaving for work while his father watched the children. By the 27th, Kamarian barely had the strength to get out of bed. His health was failing quickly.
Do you work every weekend?
Yeah. On the day I had off was this schedule. I had the first and the second off. But I didn't go to work after the 30th or the 31st.
Oh, yeah. How about the week that y'all
had? Yeah, like that.
Christmas.
So, like, say Christmas.
What was your work days? The Christmas day up until the 29th.
By the time I got off, it was like around 4 or 5 o'clock.
Do you remember what your off day was those 4 days?
No,
were you off any of those days?
No. My off day was just begun on the 1st and the 2nd.
Oh.
So then the 27th. So this is now that Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that day, like from the routine of waking up in the morning and all that kind of stuff for you.
He woke up late.
Okay. Well, were you still at the house or?
Yeah, I left by 18. My
Okay.
boss came out at 18. He used to wake up by 6:30 in the morning.
Right.
But at odd, he woke up at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And like how he got up, he was just laying there. I said, Mara, what's wrong? I said, come here. I was in the bathroom getting ready. Come here, Mara.
Right.
It took him more than it used to take him to get out the bed. Because when I tell him come here, he hop out and just run full force out the bed. Because like I don't beat my kids.
Right.
I show them tough love, but not how tough love like that hurt them or you bruises. I show them the right and wrong way to do anything. Like KD, he's very smart. When he wastes something, he get him out and clean up himself.
Right.
Or when his brother, if it's like the water bottle like open, he get water for him and his brother himself.
So Mari gets up about 8 or so. You leave around 8:10.
Yeah, I already had their food ready out for them.
It took police over 2 years to make arrests. Devonte, once suspected of abuse, was never charged. Instead, Quaddus was sentenced to 6 years for child neglect causing grievous harm. Brianna avoided prison. Questions of guilt remain unanswered.